Hi everyone, I have another channeling to share today, and as you know, this is what I do. I channel, but I also do psychic readings, and I also teach psychic development if you want to learn how to connect, with your highest abilities. I have a whole course for that, and yeah, do individual readings. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know. Okay. So this one is from, these are from August and September in 2023. And I call this one The Inner Earth and Light Codes. And I love when they tell me things about that I don't know anything about. And Matthew comes in here. I talked about him in a few other channelings as well. He brings up the Inner Earth and this new spacecraft material. And then the Arcturian Light Council talks about activating new light codes and how we can be more open to them. So Matthew comes in and a big welcome, he says, and today is a big day for us. We completed a new project. And I wrote, like, it was the same. Okay, so sometimes at night before I go to bed, I'll just kind of remote view in, with them and just be like, what you guys doing? Like I don't, really have any questions to ask, but I just kind of, like to look around. And so that night before, I had seen him kind of was like polishing a new, polishing something, and he was really, really excited about it. So yeah, so it was the same thing I saw last night, but so yeah, he was polishing this metallic thing, and he looked really proud of it. And he says that it's a new type of fiberglass for a spacecraft. This new material is a new type of fiberglass that is lightweight and reflects the light differently and is more see-through or invisible. We are going to take it on our next mission. And I asked, what's the next mission? We are going to see Earth's atmosphere and explore its crust. What are you looking for? The inner Earth is a place where others connect. They go to be. They go to vibrate at a different frequency than the ones on Earth. It has different atmospheric conditions, and we evaluate the structures of the air and the earth to see what is possible, what can grow and what can succeed. The powers there are great. The frequency is different and gives people more options. What kind of options? They can travel easier from there. There are portals to fly in and out of. It is also a resting place. There are fewer flying restrictions, and it is easier to get from one place to the next, uninhibited. It's like a space airport. It is also a stepping off point. The gravity is different as well. It can be more like a springboard that gives more propulsion of sorts. So I asked, who's living there? There are many species and kinds there. It is a governing system there with rules and regulations, and some are not allowed to go and use this area. It is protected. Ones that do not have access to a loving vibration cannot use these facilities. Well, some may use them as stopping off points, but they cannot stay. He called it the air traffic control won't let them. He's kind of joking. I said, yeah, cool. What else do you want to tell me about? The inner Earth is many special things, and this is where we go. We are excited to show off our new craft. It is special. We are good friends with the governing parties there. They see the crafts from all over. He says, go within and count your blessings. When you count your blessings, you can feel all that you have. This reminds you of all that you have created. You remember the creation process and how glorious it is. You must enjoy the process and put yourself into it. Be there, be it. Be in it. Then it will be what you want it to be. Yeah, I feel like I should do a whole channeling on the inner Earth. It seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in there. It sounds very mysterious and interesting. Like something we're not supposed to know about or believe that exists. So I like that kind of stuff. So this is the next channeling from September 16th, 2023. Oh, this one's funny. I wish I could just like I wish you guys could see a picture of what this being looks like in my mind. It was a being named Mastodon, and he had this dragon looking back, but a little bit more human in the front, but partly a lion face, but with this big lion, like almost like mullet, kind of coming down like a mane, a lion mane mullet coming down in the back, all the way down its kind of dragon spine, with a tail but a really soft voice. I kind of wanted to draw him because it reminded me of like a kid's cartoon book or something. So it's neat to just see how different beings appear sometimes. So Mastodon. This was so interesting. So, he says it later because he says something about Mastodon. So I just kind of looked up Mastodon, and it's not a mastodon like the big animal for a long time ago, but I just kind of looked it up. Sometimes I Google these things. I'm like, is there any record of any of these places in any way, shape, or form? And I came across this book that this guy wrote maybe in the 70s or something like that. It was a more of like a fantasy sort of book, and it was actually called Mastodonia. Yeah, it was Mastodonia, the same thing that this being mentions. And they talk about this being with a lion face and a dragon tail. And I was like, what? Like, what was this guy tapping into at the time? And now it's kind of coming through here. So I just thought that was crazy. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so Mastodon says, I come to meet you today to share our perspective of the future. I am a lord that watches over my people. There are troubles on the way, but will be brief. The concept of the new earth is changing. It is fast approaching and therefore be upon you soon. Before there was a time when we needed help and it was given, meaning from like earth people. We are here to give you help now. So I asked, well, who are you? I come from a creative planet with lots of sand, not a lot of green. Dry and barren. It suits our needs well. Macedonian. We are high up on a hill and can transfer light to those in need. Your planet will need much light soon, and we will provide it. I am of a reptilian class, but we are not the same as other reptilians. He really had to make this distinction because I think a lot of people have misconceptions or kind of group, reptilian races as one. So our people are kind and appreciative. We help others. There was a split off of reptilians long ago. We are not and should not be referred to as an entire group. It would be like calling all of your reptiles the same animal. We are going through a great divide. We experienced a similar divide long ago. Your divide will be more swift now. Ours was lifetimes and lifetimes of fighting and wars. Yours is different. It's more of an enlightened divide, full of choice. That is the beauty in it all. All have a choice. This is not true on every planet. Your ability to choose is a great gift. You choose what you bring into your life. You choose every moment of the day. And I asked, what choices are we making now? Kind of in a bigger, way. You are being put to the test, he says. Yeah. Will you choose what others tell you is true, or will you trust in yourself? And I think that this is a really good kind of question to ask ourselves right now, especially because our media and kind of a lot of the information that we get from our surroundings is just really out of alignment. So he continues. Everyone's choices are creating their reality. Reality is jumping timelines, and you are jumping timelines without realizing it. Then there will be the timeline jump where it all changes. And so I ask, well, what will happen then? Let's see how I can explain this easily. A crater will be formed. It will change the Earth's crust forever. It will divide people and planes. It is not an asteroid. No, I must have had that question in my mind. Sometimes they just can kind of pick up what they think I'm going to ask next. The way you look at things now is very different than how you see them later. You will be encouraged to stay home. You will be encouraged not to participate, and you will be encouraged to stay away. There will be a brief change in your atmosphere. There will be a warning about that as if it is not safe. They want you to stay away. So I just asked, can you explain what will happen just kind of more simply and directly? They sometimes like to kind of give this kind of general information. And I think sometimes it's also just because some of the specifics aren't quite there yet and things change. So many will see through this and not comply, as will you, as others shall not either. This change is amongst you. You are living in the change we speak. You will not be surprised when it all appears different. There will be a time when rainbows fill the sky. Wait for it. It is a miracle of a lifetime. So I asked, can you tell me more about what will get us there? There will be waves of light. I see 3 big ones that are washing over your planet. The world will be lifted to a higher vibration. I see it moving vertically. Your people need assistance in moving towards this light, and this is what many outside of the earth are helping with. There are teams and teams helping with this nonstop. There is so much manpower going into this. And he says, I should say man thought. And he's meaning human when he says man. Others are holding the light of this planet in their minds and creating new energy. And I saw people using their minds in front of these balls of light, kind of like holding space. So I ask, why is it so unclear what will ultimately cause this big shift? And what they are talking about is the shift, the change, the new earth, these vibrational shifts that everybody wants to share with me about. And I said, is it because nobody really knows yet? As time keeps on ticking by for you, the elements are changing and there are different possibilities that bring you into the new age of existence. What we can tell you is that there will be, and to be ready and uplift yourselves now so you are ready. It will be a glorious sight to see and to be. We will continue to be here to guide you all. Thank you for visiting to me today, he said. So this is, I can't remember if this is the same day or not, but it's September 18th. Could be just a couple days later. I can't remember. So I called upon the Arcturian Light Council and I just said, what would you like to speak about today? Our purpose is to hold the light for others, transmerging and transferring their energy as individuals and as a whole. We are light keepers. We keep the light flowing to all. We help bring people the light. When they forget, we are there. Our purpose now is to keep the light flowing so others can grab on and it is easily accessible. We need more light seekers. The more light seekers and light keepers, the more there is. It grows and grows. So I ask, how can we assist you? We are close to Earth, transporting energy from place to place. And I ask, how do you transport energy? Through the use of tools of the mind, and abstract thought. We have holding places for it as well. He calls them light rocks. These are not physical. They are elementary, though. There are different elements your Earth has that are useful to other planets that are found in the soil. And I asked, well, what minerals are you talking about? And he says, cadmium, copper is also one. They are reusable resources. So when I looked up, I don't know what cadmium is or does, so I looked it up right away, and it's actually used for batteries and solar cells, and it's found in soil and rocks. So I love when I just get this immediate, validation on some of the things that they're saying. I just think that that's super cool. So so I asked, what exactly are you doing? We transfer energy through light codes to your planet. Your planet needs more light, and we are transferring light through light codes. So I asked, how can we be more receptive to what you are doing? Be the light. You are automatically receptive. That's how we set up the codes. Flip the page. I have to type all these out. I will not remember. Sometimes I can't even remember what I did as soon as, right after I finish the channeling. So, are there people who are not automatically receptive, I ask? Yes, but they have to try harder to not receive them. They really have to say no to it. So as long as you're open, it will easily flow. What are these light codes doing? These light codes are creating a new world and allowing your vibrations to be open to it. Your planet, as you know, is shifting from one light to another. It has been a gradual process, but the shifting is here. New processes are being brought to the light. A new life is an understatement. It will be a whole new world. Of course, I heard the Aladdin song playing in my head, A Whole New World. Sometimes, they show me visuals. Sometimes I just kind of hear what they're saying when I channel, but then sometimes they'll play songs in my head too. Your shapes will change. Your bodies will change. You will still be you, but at a new level of light. New light codes will be activated within you. You have so much of this within you already, but it's just not activated yet. So I asked, what can we do to activate this? Much is stored in your DNA. Most of your pineal glands are deactivated, no longer connected to source like they were meant to be. That is something you can work on now. So how do we do this? Decalcifying your pineal gland is a thing. And you can, this was my notes. I was like, decalcifying your pineal gland is a thing, and you can look up a lot of different ways to do it. But I asked him, but what do you recommend? So he says, stare at a light or candle and imagine yourself bringing that light in through your eyes and through your head to your brain and pineal gland, clearing and signaling to these areas for clarity. Set intentions that it is reconnecting to the original intent of connection. The light can decalcify any debris. You will be able to receive light codes more clearly and be more conscious of what you are bringing in. You are bringing them in now, but you may not be aware of what you are bringing in, which is okay. You're still getting it. You're still getting them. But it's more fun to know and be aware of. Speak out loud that you are ready to receive your new light codes, and you will receive them. It can be that easy. Connection and asking for it helps. So I thought that was a fun one. And so yeah, if you want to get these emails or these channelings to your emails instead, let me know and I will add you to that list. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time. Bye.